Welcome to Fundamental Friday. This week, I want to talk about best practices, a key point in it. And when we're working with buyers, a big piece obviously is making sure is talking about their financing. I think a best practice is right at the beginning to connect you with them on an email, even if they have a lender they think they want to use, just as to protect me, that I know I'm going to have this person. It's not going to be wasting my time. We're looking in the right price range, etc. So what's the best way to connect you with every buyer we have, just to have that on the ground level?
Like if you're buying a property and you're obtaining financing, if the financing is not successful, you don't sell a house.
I know.
End of story.
I definitely don't want to waste my time.
You don't want to waste your time. You don't want to disappoint the seller, etc. And from that perspective, I think buyers crave process. They want to know the steps. They want to know what's going to happen. 100%. So you have a buyer consultation at some point. And in that buyer consultation, I'm sure you're presenting the process, the timelines, things are going to happen. And at some point in that conversation, you're asking about financing. And you're saying, have you been pre-approved? Have you talked to the lender? You say something. And from that perspective, let's assume we land at the spot where they say, yes, I have a lender. I've been pre-approved. I'm great.
Which half the time they've just like filled out something online.
Maybe, or they think they might know somebody, right?
Exactly.
One, you're going to say, great, like please set, what's their name and their phone number? And you're going to jot that down right on the spot because you want that lender's contact information to talk to that lender to make sure you know what due diligence they've done. But you also, in my opinion, would reply back and say, fantastic. As part of our process, I'm going to make an introduction to our preferred lender, John Soricelli. I'm going to send out this email so you and John can connect, have a 10-minute conversation where you guys can go over your goals, go over your budget, and he's going to help to determine some different options that are available. Now, he's not going to obtain your credit report.
Okay.
You don't have to fill out any documentation, but we do require as part of the process this 10-minute conversation. And we say, hey, listen, tell us about your goals. What are you looking to accomplish? We learn about their income. We learn about their debt. We learn about their profile. And if they want to then go to the next step of sending us documents, that's their choice.
Right.
But ultimately, that 10-minute conversation gives them the ability to compare options, which just makes sense when we're making the largest purchase of their life.
Of course.
They're not obligated to use me. They're not required to. They can use whoever they want, but it also gives you, the agent, the assurance, the reassurance that at least in my initial conversation, I can begin to vet out whether it sounds like they can qualify, whether it sounds like it's reasonable, or if they're telling you they're looking for $1 million home and I'm hearing that their income's only going to be a $750,000 house, and if they got this approval for $1 million, something's wrong here, right? Because as we talked about earlier, the number one reason why deals cancel or don't close is because the right work wasn't done up front and they don't have enough income to qualify or something along those lines.
And the emotional expense when those kind of things happen, it's so easy to cover that risk by just having a quick conversation.
Yeah, and I know this is a little bit longer than your normal short-paced one, but from that perspective, I think it just should be absolutely part of the process.
I do too.
Where the email automatically goes out, the introduction is automatically made, the expectations for a 10-minute conversation, and then the rest is up to them. And the worst thing that happens is those 10 minutes prove to them that the lender they knew was better than me, right? Hey, best thing that happens, they get a better rate, they get a better deal, and you get the assurances to know that we perform, we close quickly, we do all the things to help get the offer accepted. I mean, we can go through all the benefits, but I think the process just says, here's what's happening.
All right, that's it. Now you know. Go out there and win the week.